Hey, Podcast Land. I'm Madison. If you've been following the podcast, you know me, but it's me in a different time of life. It's me, Maddie the CEO. So, what has happened, Podcast Land? Grown up. Well, we all do. Once I was a little kid with a startup called Invisible Friend, and before I knew it, Podcast Land, I had a career that most adults could never imagine. 5 new companies, a term in a VC's office, 3 parachute jumps into Fortune 500 companies, and then back to where I started. Small companies, new CEOs. But we're looking backwards, not forwards today. The subject is governance. How managers and engineers and investors learn to make good, collective decisions. We're looking at these issues, not through my career, but through Vinny's story. He was my mentor when I was 8 years old. Mad woman, he would say. I liked it when he called me Mad Woman. Mad Woman. The decision is never yes or no. The decision is what yes or no means. So, we're in Detroit, Vinny's hometown. It's the 1980s. Things are a little grim. Not a good time for the city. Vinny's just out of college. He's got a software startup, which is a new idea for that age. Not a lot of them. Certainly not a lot in Detroit. Toolcart is the name of Vinny's firm. The office is over there on John R. in an old storefront. Oh, there's Vinny getting off the bus. He's not planning on making a radical decision today. It's been a tough week for him, but before the day is out, a tough decision he will have to make.
Hey, Dennis.
Vinny, how are you doing?
Just fine, Dennis.
We've not been, I haven't been able, it's sad. She was a fine woman.
Yeah, thanks.
Are you, taking care of yourself?
It's hardest when I wake up. For a moment, I think she's downstairs and making coffee, and she used to do that. And then I remember.
If there's anything I can do.
Thanks, I'm okay. I've been spending time with her mom. It's been good.
Because maybe, it would be, good, getting out.
No, I'm going to focus on the business for a bit. It's easier.
So what are you thinking? First revenue almost in sight.
I think we got to revisit going to California.
For sales, sure. Yeah, if we get to know the market and the competition.
I'm thinking we should move there.
What? Move?
That's where the industry's growing, not here. We should be at the center.
No. This is not.
We gotta think what's best. The future, not the past.
But we got money here. We got what? A dozen companies that, potential customers. GM, Penske, Jarvis Webb. Didn't you think of that? Future's here.
We got to consider California. That's where things are happening. Yeah, Xerox Park. You saw that. We need to be at the center. World will go by.
This is grief. Diana,
no.
Grief talk.
No, not grief. If it was grief, I'd just go to Tahiti.
Tahiti.
There was this author. When he found his wife dead, he wrote one letter to his brother. Something terrible has happened. I'm going to Tahiti. Never spoke of it again.
Really?
Yep. When a guy's wife dies, you're allowed to go to Tahiti. No questions asked.
Good to know.
But we need to talk about California. Let's get the partners together. Jess and Kurt here?
Is not the time, Vin. You're not ready.
I am not in Tahiti, and I don't need to go. Are they here? Jess, Kurt.
No.
Partner meeting.
Vinny, no.
Get down here. We've got a decision to make.
Dennis is right on this one, but for the wrong reason. He's assuming that Vinny isn't intellectually capable of making a decision. Reasoning warped by emotions. That's the charge they lay on you when they don't want to listen to you. But Vinny had a point. It's tough to build a successful company in an unsuccessful city. In hindsight, Vinny was far more successful in San Francisco than he could have been in Detroit, but he hadn't prepared his partners to make this decision. They walked into a snap meeting and had no idea why they were there. When you know nothing, you invent. You make up an idea that is unlikely to have any connection to the truth. So Dennis is right on this one, but it is the last time he's going to be right. But Vinny has his way. Jessie and Kurt come to the meeting room and find themselves in the middle of a debate over whether Toolcart should move to California. They talk for 3 hours and end with the 4 partners evenly split, with 2 in favor of the move and 2 against.
We got all we need here.
That's not what the numbers say.
Oh, you've got numbers.
Yeah, census show that tech jobs are growing faster there than anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Faster than Houston.
Houston? My brother just moved there.
Yeah, Houston.
Why is everyone from here going to Texas?
2 big tech universities, a lot of industry servicing the military, and good weather.
I don't get your point. It's like you're saying that we should move because the weather is better in San Francisco.
I shouldn't have said weather.
But you said people were going to California because of the weather.
I meant to say that tech people are moving to California. That's where all the good people go.
Because of the weather?
That was a mistake. Tech people are going to San Francisco.
Hardware.
Don't interrupt me, Kurt.
Sorry, Jessie, but that's the point. It's a hardware center. That's why it's called Silicon Valley. You don't like software out of Silicon.
Like Microsoft didn't move there. It's in Seattle where there are like slugs and grizzly bears and it rains all the time.
I don't know that.
Yeah, there was like some TV show.
But there are 2 database companies in Silicon Valley.
And we don't do databases.
Yeah, we're doing utilities. Productivity utilities.
Make the most
of your digital host.
5-0.
I think you're missing the point.
I think we know exactly the point.
What's that?
You want to go to California so you can lay on the beach.
And get a car and a hot box.
Ow!
Knock it off. We have a decision to make.
No, we don't. This isn't a decision. It's an argument.
We gotta think of the future.
We're split 2-2. Motion doesn't pass.
Motion? We did a motion? This is like Robert's rules?
Well, if we did Roberts, it would be split 2-2. Doesn't pass. Status quo, we stay in Detroit.
Look, this city had 2 computer companies. One's gone, the other's moving.
Yeah, to Philadelphia. Not to your Silicon Valley.
And we got customers here.
And money. All our investment is from Tri-County.
Well, some from Traverse City.
No, that's from here. Summer homes. Who wants to be upstate in the winter?
Let's take a break. We'll come back to this later.
No, we won't. We've settled it. We're going to put our head down and finish stuff here.
Yeah.
We didn't do a good job of considering
it. Doesn't matter. It's done.
If you need to go somewhere, go to Tahiti. And when you come back, we'll be here.
That's not fair.
No, but it's right.
Okay. I'm out of here. I'm going.
To Tahiti?
No. Out of Tool Cart. I'm leaving the partnership.
You can't do that. We got a contract, a partnership agreement.
A partnership agreement that has no way of resolving a 2-2 split.
But it's your company. You brought us.
Go to Tahiti or Florida or something. You'll be better.
I'm out. This isn't the time. This isn't the place. I love you guys, but I'm out.
Don't think you can.
Sure I can.
We got a partnership agreement. It's a contract. You can't break it.
Yeah, I can. I can sell my stake.
No. You have to give us the right of first refusal.
First notification.
What's the difference?
Dennis is going to take 3 years to think about the stake.
Wow.
And whether he wants to take it.
Hadn't thought of that.
Well, who's going to buy?
There's got to be some out-of-work GM or Chrysler engineer who wants to get into computers.
I'm selling too.
Jess?
California is the future of high-tech industry. That's what the data says. More new companies there than anywhere else. I'm going. San Francisco, LA, San Diego, I don't care.
But your family's here.
And they'll still love me when I'm in California.
We have a business here.
I don't see why we're having this argument.
Yeah, the beta for the product is nearly done, and we have what, 4?
5, 6, if you count Detroit Edison.
6 big customers waiting. They're really waiting.
Can't we walk this back?
And of course they can't. They can't walk this back, podcast land. They've taken sides in a contest of wills. The decision is no longer about the future of the company. It's about who is going to be the victor and who will be the vanquished. There was a real question there, well, many questions really, about how to position Toolcart in the software industry and how to build that industry in Detroit. But it was easier to argue than to think. It all works out well, podcast land, especially well for a bad decision. It's not that it wasn't the right thing to do. It was. Vinny comes out well, real well. But he started the decision with a bad question. And nothing, says Peter Drucker, is more unsatisfying than a good answer to a bad question. So now we start the story of Vinny. It will lead him to Silicon Valley to a startup called Side Pocket. And an audacious 8-year-old girl who believes she is a business leader. Me, Madison, Maddie. See you next time, Podcast Land. Bye.